Explosive soldier, no female leader, killing with decision, slow heat, this is a unique world where reality and games blend together. When people reach the age of 18, they have to switch jobs and enter extraordinary fields. Occupations are classified from low to high as ordinary, rare, epic, legendary, mythological. Every profession has the opportunity to reach the highest level. Someone transferred to Dragon Knight, but because they couldn't find the dragon, they had to fight on horseback. Some people, on the other hand, have switched jobs to become the Knight Fragrant Lang and are surprisingly able to manipulate the world's feces, which is astonishing. Jiang Shan traveled from another world and changed his job to become a summoner. Of course, the welfare of the traveler is essential, as he has obtained a mysterious golden finger. The infinite evolutionary system. This system allows his talents and skills to constantly evolve. Triple summoning allows him to summon triple summoning beasts simultaneously, fighting side by side with doubled power. Ninefold summoning can summon ninefold summoning beasts, forming a small beast tide that is intimidating. As for the 10,000 summons, they can summon 10,000 times more summoning beasts at once, covering the sky and blocking the sun, just like the changes in heaven and earth. There are also the summoning of Yizhong, Zhaozhong, and Jingzhong, which make the universe tremble. His every call can evoke people's amazement and awe. Chapter 1. Yi Xianglang must be an incense maker, right? You are listening at novelfull.audio. My head is so swollen. Blue Star, Great Xia Kingdom, Yucheng. In the small rental house of Lanting Community. A 17 or 18-year-old boy suddenly opened his eyes and looked around the unfamiliar room with a face full of astonishment. Then, a huge message rushed into his mind, making his face instantly pale. The young man hugged his head with both hands, closed his eyes tightly, and let out painful moans in his mouth. After a long time, the pain gradually dissipated. He opened a pair of bloodshot eyes and murmured incredulously. Is this time travel? He remembered walking on the road just now when a whistle suddenly sounded in his ear, and then he was hit by a truck and flew away. As soon as my eyes darkened, I lost consciousness. When he opened his eyes again, the environment around him had completely changed, and countless unfamiliar information had emerged in his mind. He can almost be certain that he has traveled. The owner of this body is also known as Jiang Shan. His parents passed away when he was very young and he had no relatives. He also grew up in a welfare institution and was a standard orphan without a father or mother. Furthermore, from memory, it is known that this world is called the Blue Star. 1,000 years ago, a drop of pitch-black blood fell from the sky, and the Blue Star mutated, growing tens of thousands of times larger, becoming a strange world that combines games and reality. Organisms have mutated and evolved one after another, possessing countless incredible abilities. As the only intelligent organism on the Blue Star, humans have evolved in a different direction from other organisms. Other organisms either evolve physically and possess innate powers, or evolve intelligently and become intelligent species. Only humans have awakened their ability to switch jobs. Every human who reaches the age of 18 will be influenced by the power of the underworld to switch jobs. This seems like a human instinct, without any assistance. As long as one reaches old age, they can switch jobs. There are various types of professions, divided into combat professions and life professions. According to his predecessor's memory, there were over 2,000 registered professions over 1,000 years, and new professions appeared every year. Therefore, the number of professions has also been increasing. After understanding this information, Jiang Shan's heart pounded. I learned from my memory that as long as I change jobs, I can step into extraordinary fields, and even in life professions, there is a chance to become the strongest. Today seems to be December 31st, right? He muttered, his mind somewhat confused. I quickly glanced at my phone and indeed remembered correctly. Today is my birthday. Jiang Shan got excited, so today is my transfer day. It's 3:20 p.m. now, and I was born at 3:36 p.m. In about 10 minutes, I'll be able to change jobs. He couldn't calm down, breathing deeply and nervously. 10 minutes is not long, but it is very agonizing. At this moment, the sound of Didi came from his phone. He lowered his head and glanced at time, only to find that the icon of the class group was constantly flashing. Is the group so lively today? What happened? With a curious expression on his face, he opened the class group and looked at the chat messages of his classmates, which caught his attention. Qin Feibai, class monitor. Today is the last day of this year, it's time to register career information. Please cooperate. Registering the career information of each student is to establish a student profile. There was no resistance among the crowd, and in everyone's eyes, this was the most normal thing. Huang de. I, the king, come first. Dongfang Shu. Your Highness, you are not the only combat class in our class. Why is your face so big? How dare you take the first place? Huang de. I spoke first, do you understand the rule of first come, second served? Dongfang Shu. He, Zhanggua. Are you childish? I'm too lazy to grab it. Dongfang Shu. Stupid students, shut up. Zhanggua. You. Huang de. Are you also a combat class? Zhanggua was immediately speechless, unable to say a word. As soon as he thought of the other person's profession and compared it to his own profession, his heart trembled and he instinctively suppressed the words he wanted to say. He has a career in life, and in his opinion, it is still a career with little future. He really doesn't have the courage to spray it back. Forget it, don't be too quick with your tongue. He constantly comforted himself in his heart. Everyone stared at the screen, especially the classmates who knew their professions, silently diving. Even some classmates who have also switched to combat professions are too lazy to compete with chubby people. To many people, this is childish. Lu Ro. Stop arguing and let the class monitor decide. Lu Ro is a study committee member with a precocious mind. She rubbed her eyebrows and felt a headache, thinking these two guys were too childish. Huang de. Alright, class monitor, can you tell me who has reason? Dongfang Shu said, class monitor, this guy is too domineering. We can't promote this kind of crooked culture. Qin Feibai frowned. However, he is also a combat profession, and he comes from a good background with no worries. After thinking for a while, I decided what to do. Qin Feibai said, roll the dice. Whoever has the highest number of points will register first. How about that? Huang de. Okay. Dongfang Shu. I agree. Qin Feibai clicked on the dice icon below the chat software and invited the two of them to join. Quickly, the dice are finished rolling. Huang de at 6 o'clock, Dongfang Shu at 2 o'clock. Huang de. Ha, this is fate. Remember to take a detour when you see this king in the future. Huang Depeng's face showed a proud smile, and as one of the few combat professions in the class, he had the capital to be proud. Dongfang Shu had a gloomy expression on his face. Dongfang Shu. It's just luck. What's fate? Alright, I'm too lazy to compete with you, so I'll just give it to you. He. Qin Feibai said, let's start registering. Huang de, you are the first, Dongfang Bai is the second. As soon as the class monitor finished speaking, everyone quickly started typing, ready to send out the information when it was their turn. Huang de. Combat class. Shield hand. Shield bearer is a type of shield-wielding warrior, with a tall and obese physique, which is quite suitable for this profession. Dongfang Shu had long known about the profession of chubby people and had no response. But some students who were not as well informed heard that Huang de had switched to a combat profession, and immediately envied him. After all, combat professions were a childhood dream for many teenagers. Dongfang Shu. Combat class. Scholar. Lu Ro. Combat class. Assassin. Qin Feibai. Combat professions. Swordsman. Dongfang Shu is tall and thin, with bright eyes. Liuro is tall and beautiful, with a precocious mind. Qin Feibai is tall and handsome, gentle and elegant. Not only did the three of them perform well in their academic courses, but they also switched to combat professions, which made many people secretly jealous. However, with Huang De's precedent, they quickly adjusted their emotions. After all, although combat professions are rare, there are about 10 in each class, which is roughly 5 to 1 compared to life professions. There are about 10 combat professions in the class of 50 people, and the rest are all life professions. It's not that lifestyle professions are inferior to combat professions, but rather that there are too many types of lifestyle professions, which are generally very pitfalls. However, if one could become an alchemist, or even a life class mage, that would be impressive. This type of lifestyle profession is even more popular than most combat professions. Unfortunately, the number of such lifestyle professionals is rare and the probability of their occurrence is very low, and there are not many in the entire Yucheng. Zhao Qingdong. Life-related profession. Tailor. Iron hammer. Life-related profession. Blacksmith. Zhangguo. Life-related profession. Knight Fragrant Lang. What he said about Knight Fragrant Lang is actually a dung picker, but everyone understands that this is just a nice saying, actually a dung picker. Zhangguo originally wanted to make his profession sound better, but everyone was discerning and couldn't hide it from everyone's eyes. When he thinks about his profession, he feels very uncomfortable. His profession is too difficult to talk about. But on second thought, no matter what one's profession is, as long as one works hard, one day they will stand out. Unexpectedly, everyone's expressions varied, some were surprised, some suppressed their laughter, and some didn't even know what Xianglang meant. Huang De said, night fragrance, these two words are extremely beautiful. After careful consideration, I believe that your profession is in the making of incense. The incense you make has a calming effect and can help you sleep. It's not bad. Remember to give me some night fragrance in the future, young man. Huang De had a proud expression on his face, and the more he thought about it, the more he felt that his guess was correct. Coincidentally, he often suffers from insomnia. It would be even better if he could have the night fragrance to help him sleep. I secretly decided in my heart that I must subdue this kid in the future and let him make night incense specifically for me. Everyone was dumbfounded when they saw this scene. Behind the screen, many people covered their mouths and chuckled lightly, and some even laughed heartily, causing their families to frown and scold. Dongfang Shu. Ha ha ha, you're laughing at me so much. I can't do it anymore. I'm going to laugh my way out. Huang De, you're so knowledgeable. I admire you so much. Jiang Shan also smiled. This chubby guy is his desk mate, and their relationship is very good. It's quite interesting to see him embarrass. Lu Rou also burst into laughter. Class monitor Qin Feibai patted his forehead with a helpless expression on his face. Before the age of 18, they mainly studied cultural courses, but the chubby guy consistently ranked last on the list, being considered one of the academic scumbags, even worse than Zhangguo's grades. This guy doesn't even know what night fragrance means, it's really speechless. Huang De looked at the news in the group, and even though his mind was not very clear, he quickly realized something was wrong. But when asked directly what Xianglang meant, he felt embarrassed and could only blush without saying a word. However, as the class monitor, Qin Feibai naturally does not mock his classmates, but instead helps to cover up his embarrassment. He quickly changed the topic. Qin Feibai, class monitor. At Jiang Shan, it's your turn. Chapter 2 Transfer. Summoner, System Descent. You are listening at novelfull.audio. At this moment. In the small rental room, the boy slowly put down his phone. Just now, he clearly sensed a mysterious message that suddenly appeared in his mind. Awakening successful. Occupation. Summoner. Get the property panel. You can silently open the property panel. Drip by drop. At this moment, a dense drip sound came from his phone, making him instantly wake up. Picking up the dropped phone, I found my classmates constantly at him. With a movement in my heart, I remembered my profession and typed with both hands on the screen. Jiang Shan. Combat professions. Summoners. The message had just been sent, and suddenly the group was quiet. For a moment, everyone forgot to reply to the message. Jiang Shan looked surprised. After a while, a flood of information flooded in, and he finally understood what was going on. Qin Feibai said, "Congratulations to Jiang Shan for becoming a rare professional. Every profession actually has the opportunity to reach the highest level, but some professions are born with a higher starting point, such as the summoner profession they awaken to. The higher the career level, the easier it is to become stronger, and the greater the potential. There are 5 levels of professions. They are ordinary, rare, epic, legendary, and mythological. Similarly, ferocious beasts are also divided into 5 levels. They are ordinary, elite, lord, beast king, and divine beast. Some professions, such as summoners and demon warlocks, are not only rare in number but also have higher growth rates, all of which belong to rare and higher level professions. Upgrading a regular profession can earn 5 free attribute points, but rare professions can earn 10 points, which doubles their growth potential. That's why everyone is so shocked." Jiang Shan searched for his predecessor's memory and quickly understood it. A rare and high-ranking profession has twice the growth potential as a regular profession. No wonder everyone opened their mouths wide in surprise. Huang de. Congratulations, Jiang Shan. I will hold on to your thighs from now on. Dongfang Shu. Release your greasy and chubby hands, Jiang Shan. From now on, let me hold your thighs. Zhangguo. Brother Jiang Shan, I'll take care of your feces. Qin Feibai said, "All right, Huang Qing in our class is also a rare profession, but he and a few classmates have gone to conquer the dungeon of the secret realm together, so he hasn't come yet." Qin Feibai looked at the messages sent by his classmates. My heart sighed incessantly. As a rare profession, Huang Qing switched jobs in January, almost an extra year of growth time compared to Jiang Shan. According to his understanding, Huang Qing is now almost level 10. Jiang Shan's birthday is the last day of the year, which is very disappointing. After registering the information, everyone chatted for a while before parting ways. For those who know Jiang Shan's birthday, he changed jobs too late and felt that Jiang Shan's potential was not as great as Huang Qing, so everyone is more willing to make friends with Huang Qing. Because Huang Qing is not only a rare profession, but also a young master of the Huang family in the Yuqing family who changed jobs earlier. Both in terms of identity and profession, they are stronger than Jiang Shan. Huang Qing. Jiang Shan muttered a few words and remembered the name. Open the property panel. Jiang Shan exclaimed excitedly. The next moment, a transparent light blue panel appeared in front of the eyes. Jiang Shan occupation. Summoner, rare, level 1/0/100, body. 8, a comprehensive reflection of strength, agility, physique, etc. Soul. 17, a comprehensive reflection of spirit, intelligence, and soul, professional talent. Dual summoning, 2 stars, skill. Summon Grey Wolf, 1 star, LV1, proficiency 0/100, evaluation. Your body is weak, but your soul is stronger than most level 1 professionals. Your potential is good and there is a chance to become a pillar of human society. Every profession has a talent, and rare professions have a guaranteed 2-star talent. There is a small chance of obtaining a talent of 2 stars or more. My talent is 2 stars, and my skills are only 1 star. It seems that my luck is not good. The talent only has a star level, no level, and cannot be upgraded. It can only transform into a rising star, but the probability of rising stars is too low, unless there is a treasure to assist with rising stars. Forget it, why are you thinking about this? It's too far away. Let me take a look at the information on career talents and skills. With a movement of thought, 2 pieces of information appeared in front of the eyes. Double summoning, 2 stars. You can summon twice as many summoning items. Summon Grey Wolf, 1 star, LV1, proficiency 0/100. Summon a Grey Wolf of the same level as you. Cooling time. 100. Damn it, how could such a useless skill be randomly generated? Jiang Shan complained softly. According to his understanding, some lucky summoners can not only awaken the talent of triple summoning, but also randomly select the skill to summon earth dragons. The former is a 3-star talent, while the latter is a 4-star skill. Besides soul strength, my panel has no highlights. If ordinary professionals were to know their thoughts, they would have to curse loudly. The growth potential of rare professions is twice that of ordinary professions, isn't that enough? It's okay, it's okay. Transferring to a rare profession has already taken advantage of it. Even in combat professions, it's 1 out of 10. At least my future life is guaranteed, and I can't help but be satisfied. Ding, the infinite evolutionary system has found a suitable host. Is it bound to this system? Suddenly, a mysterious voice rang out in my mind. Ha! Jiang Shan was momentarily stunned when he heard the voice floating in his mind. System. Goldfinger. He, who was familiar with reading online articles, was instantly aroused. Whether true or false, he quickly turned his head into a woodpecker. Yes, 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 he kept saying. Ding, system binding. Ding, system binding successful. Jiang Shan suddenly emitted a ray of golden light from his body, and then disappeared, but he could sense the existence of the system. System, what functions do you have? Host, this system can lead to the evolution of all things, and even the concepts you imagine can use this system for evolution. What do you need to consume? Jiang Shan asked cautiously, feeling dirty and pounding. Host, all you need to do is consume experience points. Is there any restriction? Jiang Shan pursued. As long as the host pays enough experience points. Jiang Shan understood that the system can evolve everything, including material energy and even ideological concepts. This scope is too broad, and Jiang Shan exclaimed that it's amazing. Unfortunately, he currently lacks experience points and cannot use the system. With a movement in his heart, he silently recited, System, do you have a beginner's gift package? Ding, detect the host's reasonable willingness and generate a beginner gift package. Do you want to claim it? Yes. Jiang Shan didn't care about anything and quickly said. Ding, the beginner's gift pack has been distributed, and the host can silently open it. Open the beginner's gift pack. Ding, congratulations to the host for obtaining 1 chance for talent evolution, limited to 24 hours. Talent evolution opportunities. He is worried that he only has a 2-star talent, and this system is quite considerate. There is only 1 day left, it disappears without use. He immediately silently recited the opportunity to use his talent for evolution. Ding, your professional talent. Double summoning, 2 stars, is influenced by mysterious powers and has successfully transformed. Ding, you have obtained the professional talent. Triple summoning. Triple summoning, 3 stars. You can summon 3 times the summoned items. Chapter 3. Inconsistent Class Teacher Lao Li. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. 2 days have passed in a blink of an eye, and it's time for school again. The students return to school one after another. At this moment. Class 3, Grade 3. A slightly chubby middle-aged man stood straight on the podium, slowly speaking. In the new year, everyone has reached adulthood. You have grown from a small seedling in the greenhouse to a small tree. Before, you were weak. The country protected you, society tolerated you, and even the teachers took care of you. But now, you have shed your ordinary fetuses, become professionals, and entered the extraordinary realm. This is a new starting point in your life, and also the most important turning point. You have become stronger, and the responsibility on your shoulders has also increased. The future of our country still depends on your efforts. However, whether it's students in lifestyle professions or combat professions, don't be discouraged or proud, because every profession has the opportunity to reach its peak. I won't say much about the distance. Who knows Captain Zhou? Lu Rou raised her slender arms high. Class teacher Lao Li looked at her, his gaze softened. Lu Rou, come on. Lu Rou stood up. The slender waist and well-developed body exude a youthful aura, attracting frequent glances from male classmates. Captain Zhou, in the past 50 years, a new 9th-level professional has been promoted to the Great Xia Kingdom, and he is also one of the strongest 9th-level professionals in our country. He once alone destroyed a 1,000-man fleet of Japan and illegally occupied all 3 islands of our country, shocking the world. Speaking of which, Lu Rou is shining brightly. Strong people like this are often admired by little girls. Not only girls, but also boys show admiration in their eyes. This kind of strong person will be admired by anyone. The homeroom teacher nodded slightly and said, "Do you know what Captain Zhou's profession is?" Lu Rou was stunned and stuttered, she really didn't know what Captain Zhou's profession was. Qin Feibai, come on, the homeroom teacher asked Lu Rou to sit down and looked at Qin Feibai, saying. Qin Feibai slowly stood up and said, "I'm not sure what Captain Zhou's current profession was, but his initial profession was a boatman." The boatman. Everyone suddenly exclaimed in surprise. The boatman is also known as the boatman. This is a lifestyle profession, and it is also a profession with little potential at first glance. Looking at the surprised expressions on everyone's faces, the homeroom teacher was very satisfied. The boatman, the person who supports boats, can only support small boats that are less than 10 meters long. However, Captain Zhou has transformed this profession 3 times, becoming a legendary profession. The Ghost Warship Captain. He can control hundreds of ghost fleets on his own, invincible in the sea, and has repeatedly begged for mercy in Japan. He is also one of the strongest professions in our country. Do you still feel that life professionals are weak now? The student who switched to a career in life immediately became excited after listening. Even boatmen can become invincible kings on the sea, so they must be able to. Jiang Shan's eyes showed a thoughtful expression. As far as he knows, the boatman is an ordinary and average life profession with a small growth coefficient and weak combat effectiveness. He often travels by boat on rivers. The boatman often collaborates with fishermen, one to support the boat and the other to fish, growing together. Who would have thought that 50 years ago, a boatman was born and transformed 3 times in just 30 years, becoming a 9th-level legendary professional and ascending to the throne of one of the strongest humans? No one believes it when it comes to speaking, but this is the real situation. However, Captain Zhou only began to rise after his professional transformation, perhaps there were some adventures. How many weeks are there in the world captains who are unlucky? He shook his head slightly, not feeling that this adventure would befall his classmates. He could see that the homeroom teacher was giving encouragement to professionals in daily life. Actually, Oldley values combat professionals more than anything else. At this point, the homeroom teacher continued to say. 1,000 years ago, a drop of black blood merged into the blue star, and the blue star grew tens of thousands of times larger. A strange set of rules infused into blue star, turning it into a world of game and reality. At the age of 18, we humans can switch jobs and gain experience points by killing monsters, just like players in that game. So, remember, we are still the masters of blue stars. Those ferocious beasts are just experiences of our growth. Jiang Shan pursed his lips. Many people also complain about it in their hearts. Which world's ruler would only occupy a corner of the world? Until now, human development has only accounted for less than 1/10 of the world's total area. What kind of world master is this? Of course, the current blue star has only occupied a small part of our humanity, far from the glory before the great change, but the day when humanity's glory reappears will eventually appear. It's up to you guys. The homeroom teacher started chattering incessantly again, and the students were listening drowsily. They have heard these words too many times and have long been tired of them. Many people even dozed off. Jiang Shan also found it very boring. Huang was already impatient and touched Jiang Shan's arm. The two are sitting at the same table, but Jiang Shan is introverted and quiet. Although their relationship is good, they have not reached the point of being close friends. Jiang Shan, what talents and skills have you awakened? The chubby man whispered. Jiang Shan asked in response, and you? Huang didn't hide it either, he opened the property panel directly. Jiang Shan was taken aback for a moment. This chubby guy is really straightforward. It's not just about looking, it's not about not looking, it makes it impossible for him to refuse. Finally, he still had curiosity and looked up. Huang occupation. Shield hand, normal, level. 3 body. 23 soul. 8 professional talent. Unyielding, 1 star, skill. Shield strike, 1 star, LV2. This chubby guy is already at level 3. Looking at the physical attributes at 21 o'clock, Jiang Shan was secretly surprised in his heart. Upgrading will only earn free attribute points, which need to be allocated by the professional themselves. Upgraded to level 3, this chubby guy can gain 10 free attribute points, which means that at level 1, he has at least 13 body attributes. He has a high soul strength, which is due to the reasons of the time traveler, so he is higher than most level 1 professionals. This chubby guy has 13 initial physical attributes, making him a genius in the crowd. Huang confidently smiled and said, "What about yours?" Huang's face showed a look of anticipation. "Let me take a look." Jiang Shan did not refuse and silently opened the attribute panel. The next moment. Sleeping slot. Sleeping slot. 2 consecutive moans, one louder than the other, immediately woke everyone up. As everyone looked, some frowned, some were puzzled, some were angry. Huang quickly waved his hand and said, "I was bitten by a bug." Hee, don't worry, everyone. Lao Li, it's not right. Teacher, my mistake. I apologize, I apologize. Haha. The homeroom teacher has never given Huang a good face before. Unexpectedly, this time he just nodded and didn't say anything. He waved his hand to sit down and didn't disturb everyone's listening. The fat man nodded repeatedly. He also noticed the change in attitude of the homeroom teacher. Jiang Shan sighed endlessly. Although the homeroom teacher may say that life professionals and combat professionals are the same, their actual attitude is not the same at all. Sure enough, people are all real. What you say in your mouth may not necessarily be what you think in your heart. The fat man sat down honestly and looked at Jiang Shan with a look of shock in his eyes. Jiang Shan, no, big brother, Jiang brother, are you missing a pendant on your leg? Do you think I can handle it? Huang had a dog-like expression on his face. It's not his fault, Jiang Shan's initial attributes are really amazing. It's only level 1, and it has a soul strength of up to 17 points. To his knowledge, there has never been a professional in the history of Yucheng with an initial attribute exceeding 15 points. Jiang, you still have a 3-star talent. Oh my goodness, even in rare professions, you are still a rare existence. As for the skill being 1 star, the fat guy ignored it directly. This thing can be learned by buying skill books, which is incomparable to talent. Jiang Shan smiled and said, "All right, if you lick me again, I'll feel chilly." Jiang Shan did not give a promise to accept his little brother. Huang didn't care either, he was just casually talking. "Let him be my little brother, he's not mentally prepared yet." At this moment, the voice of the homeroom teacher came. "Everyone stand up and head to the back mountain secret realm." Chapter 4 Secret Realm Dungeon. Goblin Camp. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Secret Realm. After the Blue Star mutation, countless different spaces were born, which have rules similar to game dungeons. Everything within the dungeons can be restored within a period of time, so they are also known as dungeons. As soon as they heard that they were going to the dungeon, everyone suddenly came to their senses. There are 9 levels in the Secret Realm, and the cooldown time of first-level Secret Realm dungeons is mostly within 10 days, so Secret Realm dungeons cannot be opened frequently in a short period of time. Their school naturally has a dungeon of the Secret Realm, and it took Lao Li a long time to apply for a chance. Yuqing High School has 3 dungeons of the Secret Realm. 2 first-level dungeons, 1 second-level dungeon. The second-level Secret Realm dungeon is for school teachers to use, only 2 first-level dungeons are for students to use. At this moment, they are heading to one of the already cooled dungeons of the Secret Realm. Passing through a forest, everyone arrived at the back mountain of the school. In front of me is a tall white gate, 3 or 4 meters high and over 2 meters wide. Secret realms are not rare, but except for some free ones, all other secret realms have been occupied, and there are also wild secret realms, but they are too few. So except for some students from affluent families, most of them have never been to the secret realm. Moreover, lifestyle professionals do not need to level up by killing monsters. They only need to work in their own profession to gain experience points, so they are not very excited about going to the secret realm. The homeroom teacher stood in front of the door and said, "This is the secret realm information." With a wave of his arm, a white light fell in front of everyone. That is a white panel, on which is the information of the secret realm. Secret Realm. Goblin Camp Level. 1 Description. This place is located in the forest. You only need to break through multiple levels and kill the goblin leader to complete the mission. Monster Count. 1000.1200 Monster Level. Below Level 10 Scope. A small forest production. Several herbs, several low-level ferocious beasts, goblin drops, bone stick, goblin staff, goblin machete, skill book, etc. Restricted number of people. 60 restriction level. Below level 30 cooling time. 10 days. The information about the secret realm is very simple. Have you memorized it all? Old Li shouted loudly. Remember it, everyone shouted in unison. This is a secret realm. Even if you follow and become a thug, you can gain a lot of experience. After all, the secret realm can be upgraded much faster than fighting monsters in the wild. The homeroom teacher nodded and said, "Well, there are many monsters in the goblins' camp, but these goblins are scattered in the forest. You only need to kill them one by one to pass the level without any damage. Remember, this is not a game. If you die, you're really dead. If you want to quit now, raise your hand and sign up." His gaze swept over the life profession and he spoke calmly. "Teacher, I'll quit," said a student who had switched to a tailor, raising his right hand. "I also quit. I am a life professional with weak combat power, so there is no need to venture into a secret realm. Yes, we have a wider range of ways to gain experience, there's no need to take risks." In no time, more than half of the 40 life professionals withdrew, leaving only a dozen or so willing to go in and take a look. And these remaining life professionals are also some level 3 or above professionals with high attributes and confidence. The rest of you, come in with me later. Although he will also follow in, he will not participate in the action. He only takes action to save students when they encounter danger. Open. With a loud shout, the silver-white door in front of me slowly opened. Suddenly, a forest came into view. Follow me. The homeroom teacher walked in first. Jiang Shan also followed behind Lao Li. Although he is a rare professional, he is only at level 1, so he is very cautious and cautious. Quickly, passing through a beautiful spatial passage, everyone arrived at the dungeon of the secret realm. At first glance, the towering trees almost covered the sky, with only speckled sunlight scattered on the ground covered with withered leaves. Some people drew weapons, while others silently recited spells. Jiang Shan also followed suit and silently recited. Summon the Grey Wolf. Ahem! Suddenly, the surrounding space shook. The next moment, 3 grey wolves, standing over 1 meter tall, shook their heads and walked out. 3-headed grey wolves are just a little bigger than a hyena. But these 3 grey wolves had green eyes, and their ferocity was unmatched by dogs. He can command summoning objects 100% with a single thought, but with his current soul strength, summoning objects can only move within a range of 17 meters around him. Once you leave this range, the summoned item will automatically disappear. However, as long as the level continues to rise, he becomes stronger and the coefficient of manipulation range brought by soul attributes will also increase. For example, he is currently a level 10 or lower level professional who has not broken the mirror, also known as a 0-level professional. One soul attribute can bring a control range of 1 meter, but once he breaks through the first layer of constraints and reaches a level 10 or higher level professional, one soul attribute can bring a control range of 5 points. When he reaches a level 2 professional, it becomes a coefficient of 25 points, and so on, gradually increasing by multiples of 5. When he reaches a level 9 professional, the coefficient will become a power of 5 to the 9th, which is 195,3125 meters. At that time, he can control at least 200,000 kilometers. Looking at the 3 grey wolves appearing next to Jiang Shan, the homeroom teacher's eyes lit up and soon understood what was going on. This must have awakened the triple summoning of Samsung's talent. He's a good seedling. The homeroom teacher nodded slightly and noted that if Jiang Shan's monthly exam results were good, he would apply for education subsidies for Jiang Shan. Other classmates also showed surprise, and some who guessed what was going on placed Jiang Shan in a position where they must make friends. The Book of the East summons a book, which is his talent. A book that can replicate a skill of 2 stars or below that is not higher than his own level. He looked at the 3 grey wolves, and suddenly his eyes lit up. He quickly silently recited the copy. With a flash of white light, an additional line of words appeared on the book and it automatically opened. A skill called Summoning the Grey Wolf caught his eye. Looking at the bright star and 2 characters, and then reading the skill introduction, Dongfang Shu fell into a big trap and exclaimed that he had been deceived. Wang De held a tall shield and protected Jiang Mountain. The two have been sitting together for several years, and their relationship is deep. Brother Jiang, with the presence of this king, no one can harm you. Wang De patted his chest and promised. Upon hearing these words, Jiang Shan felt a warm current flowing through his heart. Thank you. Jiang Shan didn't say much, but his gratitude remained silent. Now his level is low, although he has 3 grey wolves, he is still not safe. After all, grey wolves only have 1 level. Upon seeing Wang De's actions, Dongfang Shu's heart moved slightly and he silently approached. He is a scholar profession, with weak physical condition and inferior attack power compared to a mage. Seeing him approaching and standing behind Jiang Mountain, he happened to be under the protection of Wang De's shield. Upon seeing this, Wang De pouted and said, "Are my wings full?" "Full, full, very full." Dongfang Shu changed his previous sarcastic tone, his face full of flattery. Wang Diang lifted his proud chubby head and felt happy in his heart. In the distance, Lu Ro was surrounded by a circle of people. Her gaze crossed over the crowd and she glanced towards this side. When she saw Jiang Shan and the 3 of them forming a team, she stopped paying attention. Then she turned her head and looked to the other side. There are 7 people gathered together there. I saw squad leader Qin Feibai and another rare professional Huang Qing standing together, with 5 combat professionals following them. Jiang Shan looked at Huang Qing curiously, but unfortunately Huang Qing didn't even look at him, which made him very embarrassed. Everyone is a rare professional, is this guy so arrogant? This makes Jiang Shan a bit uncomfortable. It's amazing. I thought I had encountered a villain, but I didn't expect such a proud protagonist. But that's also good, there's no need to pretend to be aggressive, you can slowly develop. A total of more than 20 people came in, and Qin Feibai's side accounted for the majority of combat professionals. There are 3 people on Jiang Shan's side, and 7 or 8 people on Lu Rou's side, but most of them are girls. The remaining lifestyle professionals gathered together, intending to take action together. Although they are living professions and generally do not have combat skills, their attributes are strange, and some strange skills can also generate huge killing power. Alright, you guys go kill the monsters. As long as you kill the goblin leader, you can teleport them out. Of course, if anyone is in danger, shout loudly, and I'll go save them if I hear them. The homeroom teacher finished speaking and waved his hand to encourage everyone to take action. Yes. Chapter 5. Ding, you kill Little Goblin, experience points +10. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The crowd formed 4 teams and walked towards the depths of the forest. Jiang Shan's team of 3, consisting of 3 grey wolves and 1 summoned by Dongfang Shu, stood guard in all directions. Wang De held a tall shield and protected the 2 of them. Dongfang Shu pointed ahead and said, the terrain of the goblin dungeon is very simple. Keep walking along this road and you will reach the goblin camp. Goblin camp is only a level 1 dungeon of a secret realm, with limited space. Based on their distance, including the time spent in the mid-battle, they can reach their destination in half an hour. Dongfang Shu continued, besides, there are also some low-level ferocious beasts in the forest. If we don't rob the boss, we can choose to kill the ferocious beasts. If we're lucky, we can also drop skill books. There are also some herbs that will be scraped clean every time, and they will not be picked until they are white. At this moment, Dongfang Shu suddenly left the team and picked a red fruit from a nearby tree. He smiled and said, this is a level 1 spirit fruit, a red porcelain fruit that can restore energy. Energy is equivalent to mana, which is required to release skills. Dongfang Shu handed the fruit to Jiang Shan and smiled, saying, Jiang Shan, you only have 1 level of energy, which is too low. You probably won't be able to use 2 skills to rest. Take it first. Wang De snorted and said, if you have nothing to pay attention to, either you are a traitor or a thief. Dongfang Shu ignored him. Jiang Shan did not refuse. He did indeed need this fruit, but Dongfang Shu was a bit wrong. He has more energy due to his high soul strength, and only by using his skills 5 times can he exhaust his energy. However, having this spiritual fruit is also an additional guarantee. Collect the spiritual fruit and everyone continues to move forward. There were 4 teams in total, not walking together, but scattered into 4 directions. After walking for 5 or 6 minutes, we couldn't see each other anymore. Suddenly, the wolf howled. Jiang Shan instantly lifted his spirits. Looking through the sound, I saw a green-skinned goblin standing over a meter tall, holding a wooden stick and walking out of the grass. Then, another head followed, and in no time, 10 goblins emerged. Dongfang Shu felt a bit impatient when he saw the situation, but when he saw goblins' height clearly, he immediately exclaimed excitedly, they are all little goblins, very weak. Kill, it's all experience. Dongfang Shu's eyes lit up and immediately commanded the grey wolf he summoned to launch an attack. Ow! The grey wolf let out a howl and rushed over. Jiang Shan did not hesitate and ordered 3 grey wolves to gather together and kill in one direction. 3 grey wolves pounced with green eyes. Pop. Ow. In an instant, 2 little goblins died at the mouth of the wolf. At the same time, a warning sound came from Jiang Shan's ear. Ding, you killed Little Goblin at level 1, experience points plus 10. Ding, you killed Little Goblin, level 1, experience points plus 10. Instantly, 20 experience points are credited to the account. Goblin's cubs are so weak. Jiang Shan regained his composure and quickly manipulated the grey wolf to attack. Ow. Ow. For grey wolves, although they are all level 1 summoning beasts, are not comparable to Little Goblin. In just 5 minutes, the battle ended, and except for one grey wolf who broke a leg, none of the other grey wolves were fatally injured. Jiang Shan also gained 70 experience points, and he only needs 30 experience points to upgrade. Dongfang Shu caressed the head of the broken-leg grey wolf and said, "Hey, little wolf, you've suffered. Go back." He had a thought, and the space around the grey wolf trembled. He let out a whimper and disappeared with the spatial fluctuations. Then, the Book of the East summoned another grey wolf. Looking at the new grey wolf, he nodded in satisfaction. "Jiang Shan, fat guy, let's go. Although we don't compete for the boss, ordinary monsters still have to compete. This is all experience." Only the fat man felt depressed. Along the way, the chubby man not only complained once, "I'm going to join the war too, otherwise without experience, wouldn't it be a waste of time?" Dongfang Shu rarely scolded him and said, "Alas, it's a pity we didn't have a team scroll, otherwise we could have teamed up to kill the enemy." Jiang Shan nodded. Teaming scrolls allow professionals to team up and share experience points. Team scrolls are not rare, but they are also not cheap. With their financial resources, they cannot afford them at the moment. A regular 2-person team scroll is worth tens of thousands of stars, which is equivalent to 1 month's salary for an ordinary salaried worker. As for the more advanced team scrolls, they are even more expensive. But because team scrolls are very popular, professions such as scroll makers and contract makers who can make team scrolls are very popular. However, creating a team scroll is not something that one person can do, and often requires collaboration from multiple professions to create it. This is also the reason why prices remain high. In addition, there is also a chance to drop team scrolls when fighting monsters, which is a bit tricky and can only be achieved through face attacks. I walked for a while again. They encountered 3 waves of goblin cubs in a row. The fat man couldn't bear it and joined the war directly. With his joining, the monster-killing speed has doubled. With a sweep of the fat man's shield, he can defeat several goblin cubs. Jiang Shan's 3 grey wolves also retired once due to injuries. The grey wolf on the battlefield now was summoned back by him. Kill. The fat man held a giant shield and killed 2 goblin cubs. Ahem. The grey wolf howled and rushed towards the goblin cub. Suddenly, Jiang Shan caught a glimpse of a different goblin in his spare time. This goblin is 1.2 meters tall, holding a rusty knife and suddenly shooting towards Jiang Shan. "Come back!" Jiang Shan shouted, manipulating the grey wolf to come back. At this moment, a white sharp sword suddenly flew from the side and stabbed the chest of the wielding goblin. Wah, 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 Broglin, holding the knife, screamed in agony as he covered his chest. Blood flowed out from the corner of his mouth, but the fierce light did not dissipate. Jiang Shan immediately commanded a grey wolf to bite and kill the knife-wielding goblin. Ding, you killed Goblin's Blade, level 3, at a higher level, with an experience value of plus 100. Your experience points are sufficient, do you want to upgrade? Don't upgrade for now. He restrained his emotions and turned his head to look at Dongfang Bai. I saw Dongfang Bai panting heavily and complaining, "This skill really hurts my tongue. Every time I use it, it will pierce my tongue." Upon hearing these words, Jiang Shan immediately burst into laughter. He just saw a flash of white light in this guy's mouth, and a sharp arrow flew out of his mouth. It is said that the skill of Dongfang Bai should be tongue and sword. This is a unique skill of a scholar. The skill level is not high, and the proficiency is not enough. When used, one may accidentally cut their tongue. However, when the skill level is higher and more proficient in the future, this situation will not occur. Bang! The fat man killed the last goblin cub and came roaring with a huge shield. Are you all right? The fat man concerned, and then roast. Unexpectedly, Goblin knows how to sneak attack. Dongfang Shu chuckled and said, if it weren't for me, Jiang Shan would have been injured. The goblin swordsmen were at level 3, but Jiang Shan was only at level 1. It's very likely that he was seriously injured and couldn't even ask for help from the teacher. Wang De patted his forehead and said regretfully, forget it, I still won't participate in the war. Brother Jiang, there won't be another time. The scene just now made Jiang Shan feel a sense of crisis in his heart. In his eyes, this forest became perilous. Thank you very much. Jiang Shan did not show any affectation. He is indeed weak now, and it is not too late to repay this favor when he becomes stronger. Wang De patted his chest repeatedly, promising that there would never be another one. Everyone sets off again. Chapter 6. Summoning Grey Wolf LV2. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Upgrade. After experiencing 5 more battles, Jiang Shan was promoted to level 3. Level 3, 300/1000, upgrading becomes more difficult after level 3, no wonder it took Fatty a few months to reach level 3. At this moment, Dongfang Shu was pleasantly surprised and said, my skills have also been upgraded. His skill is Tongue Sword, which can spit out a sharp sword to attack enemies, with an attack power equal to the sum of body and soul. What level is it now? The skill upgrade method is very simple, just keep using it. With each use, you can gain proficiency, and once you have enough proficiency, you can upgrade. Of course, there are also some treasures that can improve skill levels. Level 3. Dongfang Shu excitedly said. Jiang Shan glanced at his skill to summon the Grey Wolf, and the upgrade was still far away. However, his level has increased, and the Grey Wolf has also changed from level 1 to level 3, greatly enhancing his combat power and making it easier to deal with situations. And Jiang Shan also added a total of 20 free attribute points to his soul. Now his soul has 37 points, and the range of summoning objects has been expanded to 37 meters. This range is already quite large, whether it's ordering the Grey Wolf to investigate, or conducting surprise attacks, it's not satisfying. Along the way, hundreds of goblins were killed. Including those killed by other teams, there shouldn't be much goblin left in this secret realm. We walked another section of the road, and there was a bright light ahead. Dongfang Shu pointed to the distance and excitedly said, do you see the earthen slope ahead? That's where the goblin camp is located, and the boss goblin leader is staying in the camp. The fat man also became excited. When the final battle begins, he can finally go to the battlefield. Along the way, his hands were itching to the point of growing calluses. Jiang Shan nodded slightly. Let's go. The crowd walked along a dirt road and arrived outside the goblin camp. The goblin camp is built on a soil slope of about 10 meters, with the highest point being the residence of the goblin leader. Below the slope, there is a dilapidated wooden house. In the open space around the wooden house, hundreds of goblins holding knives, sticks, etc. sit, walk, or lie on the ground. Suddenly, a fireball the size of a human head descended from the sky. The fireball hit a lazy archer goblin lying on the ground and instantly burned him to death. Wah, 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 then came fireballs, ice cones, bows and arrows, killing about 10 goblins. Goblin was in chaos, picking up weapons in panic and searching for the enemy with an angry expression on his face. Jiang Shan and his companions had just stepped out of the jungle when they encountered this scene. Dozens of goblins saw the three people of Jiang Shan and treated them as attackers, shouting and killing them with weapons. Jiang Shan looked around and glanced in the other direction, feeling a bit uncomfortable. They were also lucky. As soon as they arrived at the goblin camp, they took the blame and attracted goblins' hatred. Huang has already started cursing loudly. Damn it! Dongfang Shu impatiently said, Dog Day, you have caused trouble. Can't we bear the blame? Unfortunately, he cursed fiercely, but still did not see anyone attacking goblin come out. Dongfang Shu immediately realized something. He gritted his teeth and turned around, pulling Jiang Shan and Huang towards the place where the attack had just arrived. Huang reacted and immediately shouted, Why should we suffer from the trouble you've caused? Jiang Shan let the three grey wolves cushion and took the opportunity to eat a fruit to restore energy. Finally, I ran onto a small path across the street. A group of teenagers walked out on both sides of the path, blocking in front of them. The leader is none other than another rare professional in the class. Huang Qing. He glanced at the three of them and then cast his gaze behind them. Qin Feibai stood with his sword in hand and apologized, I was sorry just now. I didn't expect you to come over just now. I apologize on behalf of everyone. Huang still harbored resentment in his heart, because if they hadn't run towards him earlier, these guys wouldn't have appeared. Maybe he wanted them to lure the little monster away and then go fight Booze on his own. Dongfang Shu was very angry in his heart, but he smiled and said, We are all classmates. There's no need to get into a stalemate. Let's kill the monsters together. How about that? Qin Feibai was stunned for a moment, then smiled and said, Okay, let's kill together. Wow, wow, wow. 50 or 60 goblins chased after them, not a single weak one, and the worst was a third-level goblin. So many goblins, even if they can win, they will have to suffer serious injuries. Qin Feibai frowned and said, Huang Qing, are you confident? Huang Qing nodded. Huang Qing is not tall, very delicate, and does not speak or smile. Although Qin Feibai nodded at him, he still worried and said, Why don't we let Jiang Shan join in too? He's also rare. Before he could finish speaking, Huang Qing sneered, He. At most 3 levels, right? What use can he have? Qin Feibai gave a bitter smile and didn't speak again. Huang Qing changed his job in January and has been leveling up for a year. Although he didn't upgrade too quickly due to limited resources in Yucheng, he has already reached level 10. In addition, with the equipment provided by his family, which is a level 10 ordinary boss, he also has the confidence to kill alone. At this moment, the three of Jiang Shan are slowly retreating. Huang was puzzled and said, Why are you going? Why don't we fight monsters together? Fool! You forgot how they tricked us just now. Dongfang Shu tapped the fat man's head, I can't trust them. Jiang Shan nodded and said, All 7 of them are descendants of the Yucheng family, wealthy and powerful, and they are not in the same circle as us. Huang suddenly understood. To put it simply, they don't like them. Although Qin Feibai appeared very polite, he could still feel that sense of alienation. Huang was very irritable and said, Oh, it's really annoying. The 3 of them retreated to the back of the forest, and from beginning to end, Huang Qing and the others did not ask them to fight together. The battle over there has already begun. Huang Qing did not take action, it was Qin Feibai and others who took action. I saw Qin Fei holding a long sword in his hand, which could easily kill a goblin swordsman with just one strike. The sword emitted a sword light, and he didn't forget to put on a cool posture when killing monsters. It was so naughty. Huang Qing stood quietly from behind, watching them kill monsters. Everyone is not surprised, this guy should not be willing to consume energy and wait until he kills the boss before taking action. Let's just watch like this. That's dozens of goblins, and more will be attracted by the battle. Can they fight? Huang's face showed a puzzled expression. Jiang Shan shook his head and said, I don't know, they should have a trump card. Except for Qin Feibai, the other 6 people didn't appear in the group last time, so they should have followed Huang Qing to level up. Kill. 6 people killed a wave of goblins, but attracted an equal number of goblins. However, judging from the appearance of the 6 of them, besides their weak physical strength, they actually have energy release skills. Dongfang Shu suddenly said, lying down, it must be a second-level energy recovery potion. Wang De muttered, mad, you're really rich, you're really annoying. Jiang Shan also felt the unevenness of the world. Although he has a higher starting point, he is not particularly outstanding. He now has a strong desire to become stronger. Can the system evolve my body? Ding, the host lacks experience points and cannot evolve. What about talent? Insufficient experience points. What about skills? Insufficient experience points. So what can you evolve? The host has a total of 300 experience points and can currently evolve a mortal, such as a grass under the host's feet. Jiang Shan. Host, the system can convert your experience points into skill proficiency. Do you want to convert them? Convert it. Ding, it has been converted. Congratulations to the host for obtaining 30 skill proficiency points. The conversion rate is really low. However, it's good to be able to convert, so he can improve his skill level. Moreover, the higher the skill level, the less experience points are required for evolution. All proficiency is added to summoning the Grey Wolf. Since the day he transferred, he has been practicing his skills frequently, and in a few days, his proficiency has increased to over 70. With these 30 points added, it's perfect for upgrading skills. Ding, your skill. Summon Grey Wolf, 1 star, to LV2. Ding, you can summon 2 Grey Wolves of the same level. Jiang Shan felt great joy in his heart. The Grey Wolves he summoned can triple, which is 6. Unfortunately, the skill level is still too low. If we can kill all these goblins, we should be able to level 5. He thought to himself. Is this the way wealthy people play in Chapter 7? You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Summon the Grey Wolf. Suddenly, the surrounding space rippled, and 6 1.5-meter-high Grey Wolves appeared. The third-level Grey Wolf is half as tall as the first-level Grey Wolf, and its head has also grown significantly. Its wolf eyes are slightly narrowed, emitting a dangerous aura. Jiang Shan pointed to the distant battlefield and shouted, up. Ahem, the Grey Wolf let out a whimper and ran towards the battlefield with its head down. Wang De was somewhat surprised to see Jiang Shan summoning 6 Grey Wolves. It should be noted that summoning skills not only have a cooldown time, but also cannot be used with the same summoning skill when summoning objects are present. And what did he see? Jiang Shan unexpectedly summoned 6 Grey Wolves. Is it Wang De asked, Brother Jiang, have you upgraded your skills? Jiang Shan nodded. Wang De widened his eyes. It's only been a few days, why did he get promoted to level 2? He practiced for a month before reaching level 2, he's really more popular than others. However, he also knows that the reason why his skill level is low is also related to his laziness. Dongfang Shu was also slightly surprised, but he only thought that Jiang Shan had taken many energy restoring potions to improve his skill level. Jiang Shan, do you want to help them? Dongfang Shu asked. Jiang Shan smiled and said, not to help them, but to help myself. There are many monsters in the secret realm, and their experience points are also higher than those outside. Killing monsters and upgrading here is twice the result with half the effort. I cannot let the upgrade opportunity slip away in vain. Moreover, I don't need to go to the battlefield myself, just manipulate the Grey Wolf battle from behind. His idea is very simple, he hides behind himself, let the Grey Wolf kill the monster, and become the old 6. Upon hearing this, Wang De envied and said, Brother Jiang, stop talking, I'm going to be jealous. Dongfang Shu's heart moved and ordered the Grey Wolf to go and kill the enemy. Dongfang Shu had reached level 5, and his soul attribute was not as good as Jiang Shan's. He could only control the Grey Wolf by being closer to the battlefield. At this moment, both groups of goblins joined in. Hundreds of goblins were killed, putting immense pressure on Qin Feibai and his 6 companions. Qin Feibai consumed a huge amount of energy and took out a talisman seal from his pocket, shouting, "Wind Blade." Suddenly, the seal script emitted a blue light, and wind blades flew out of the script like machine guns. There are a dozen or so of them. The wind blade instantly killed 5 or 6 goblins. Others, upon seeing this, also showed their trumps. Fireball Scroll. Cold Frost Talisman Seal. Giant Sword Rune. Attack after attack instantly cleared the surroundings, and half of goblin was killed. Qin Feibai gasped for breath and smiled bitterly. If I had more energy, bringing a second-level talisman seal in would kill all the goblins. Someone next to him said, the second-level rune seal script can only be used after reaching level 10. It's useless to say these things now. There are still over 50 goblins left. Everyone, hurry up. They have already used up their trumps and their energy has bottomed out. Kill all these goblins, and there will be no more fighting power. Huang Qing frowned and suddenly heard a voice coming from behind, turning her head to look over. I saw 7 grey wolves running forward and backward. He frowned and said, snatching monsters. It's too weak. It seems like they came over to help. He immediately curled up the corner of his mouth, thinking that Jiang Shan and the others were here to flatter and help him. If Jiang Shan knew his inner thoughts, he would definitely scold him for being too sentimental. Ow! The Grey Wolf joined the battlefield. Although there were only 7, they were proficient in the art of joint attacks. A Grey Wolf pounced, while another Grey Wolf took the opportunity to sneak around and attack. Soon, Jiang Shan's ear kept ringing with the system's prompt sound. Ding, you killed the Goblin Shield Hand, level 4, with an experience value of plus 40. Ding, you killed the Goblin Archer, level 5, with an experience value of plus 50. Ding, dot. However, each of the 4 Grey Wolves was defeated, but they lived up to expectations and killed another goblin before their death. Jiang Shan summoned another group of Grey Wolves and ordered them to join the battlefield. So, after going back and forth 3 times, Jiang Shan upgraded. Ding, you have reached level 4. The Grey Wolf also upgraded, growing 10 centimeters higher, with sharper claws and stronger attacks. Kill. On the battlefield, the number of goblins is decreasing, and there are no new goblins joining the battlefield, so they should have been killed. Dongfang Shu looked at the battlefield, seeing batches of dead and newly summoned Grey Wolves, and sighed, summoning skills are really strong. In this battle, although he only drank some soup, he also killed 7 or 8 goblins. However, soon he let out a bitter smile. Hey, there's no energy left. Feeling his empty body, he felt a bit helpless. His level was too low, so he had to use a few skills to lose mana. Wangda's eyes were already envious, and he held the giant shield in his hand, saying, next, I'll show off as a chubby guy. The fat guy has been changing jobs for almost a month, but he's only at level 3, so it has to be said that he's too lazy. And after entering the dungeon, he hardly killed any monsters, and now he is still 200 experience points away from leveling up. He came to the dungeon and couldn't have gained anything without it. He wants to have a big fight now. Jiang Shan patted the fat man's shoulder and comforted him, don't worry, let's go kill the boss together later. Ah! This time it was Wangda's turn to freeze. Kill Booze. Are you joking? That's the goblin leader. Although he's just an ordinary monster of the same rank, he's as high as level 10. The 2 of them are level 3 and level 4, what are they killing? Jiang Shan smiled but remained silent. With his current strength, he naturally cannot kill the goblin leader, but if he can elevate his skills to another level, it is not necessarily the case. You should know that ants often kill elephants, especially since the goblin leader is only of high rank and not an elite monster. He is confident that even grinding can kill it. Boom! Suddenly, a loud noise came from ahead, and the three of them were immediately drawn to their attention. I saw a 3-meter-tall, muscular goblin standing on the edge of a dirt slope, roaring angrily. Strangely enough, this goblin never left the earthen slope. Dongfang Shu immediately explained, "That's the goblin leader. Due to the rules of the dungeon, he cannot leave the camp, and his range of activity is only on the earthen slope." Jiang Shan nodded, and he naturally knew the rules of the dungeon. The leader monsters were all within the territory. That's also why he dares to kill the boss. "Let's go." Jiang Shan stepped forward and said, "Ordinary goblins are almost dead. It's time we went to conquer the boss." Although Huang also knows the rules of the secret realm, he still feels unreliable. "Jiang Shan, are you really going to fight Booz?" he asked again. Jiang Shan chuckled and nodded, without continuing to explain. Dongfang Shu has run out of energy, and the upcoming battle has nothing to do with him. He followed along purely for fun. The three of them returned to the goblin camp and looked up to see the goblin leader roaring upwards. Look around. Qin Feibai and his 6 companions are exhausted and are now sitting on the ground resting to recover their energy. These 6 people have lost their combat effectiveness. On their side, Dongfang Shu also has no energy left and cannot fight anymore. The fat guy has sufficient energy, but his level is too low, and he can't expect to fight Booz. Jiang Shan is only at level 4, but as long as he can break through the defense of the boss, he is confident that he can crush the boss. Perhaps due to the time traveler, his energy recovery speed is extremely fast. He has just released the energy consumed by the skill, and in these few minutes, he has already recovered almost. "Goblin leader, I'll take your head." Behind the three of them came a confident voice amidst a commotion. Chapter 8. Huang Qing's Battle with Goblin Leader. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Jiang Shan followed the sound and looked back. I saw Huang Qing wearing a blue robe, with a cold smile on his lips, walking towards the earthen slope without even looking at Jiang Shan and the others. In his opinion, the boss is his goal, and others can only be spectators. Roar! Human, kill you! The leader of Goblin seemed to have found a target for venting his anger and stared fixedly at Huang Qing. Huang Qing snorted coldly, even a mere beast dares to be reckless. "Kill you boss, I hope I'm lucky. You can drop me a broken mirror stone, allowing me to break through the level 10 shackles." He has been trapped at level 10 for a long time, but he is struggling to break through the shackles of level 10 without breaking through the mirror stone. In fact, even without a broken boundary stone, one can break through the level 10 shackles, but that requires self-reflection. He has failed many times, and now he only seeks to obtain a broken boundary stone to break through his level 10 shackles. A level 10 boss has a small chance of dropping the breaking stone, which is his main purpose in entering the secret realm of the goblin camp. Looking at the figure of the rascal, Huang cursed softly, "Isn't it just level 10? Isn't it a rare profession? What's so remarkable?" Sour, sour. Dongfang Shu sneered contemptuously, "He comes from a good background and has a high level of professional qualifications. He can go to top universities in the future, and he is not from the same world as us. Eastern books are envious. Unfortunately, this world is inherently unfair. The poor are likely to always be poor." Just like Jiang Shan, although he is also a rare professional, in the heart of Dongfang Shu, his future achievements are definitely not as good as Huang Qing's. After all, in his perception, this is a world that values both talent and background. Huang stared at him and said, "So what? My Huang will eventually become king. Under one person, above billions of people. Blow it." Dongfang Shu rolled his eyes and said, "I'm too lazy to talk to you." Jiang Shan suddenly pointed ahead and said, "We're fighting." Huang Qing, dressed in a robe, walked to the earthen slope, but he was also shrewd and did not enter the slope. The goblin leader roared angrily, but unfortunately couldn't get out. However, this also cannot defeat the goblin leader. Suddenly, the giant axe in the hands of the goblin leader lit up with a red light. Boom! A loud bang came. A red axe suddenly swung out, splitting out 10 meters in an instant. Click! The axe light struck a deep blue energy light curtain, which instantly shattered and consumed the axe light energy. The first showdown was evenly matched. Huang Qing's face changed slightly, and he didn't realize it just now. If it weren't for the defensive shield that came with the robe, he would have been seriously injured just now. Good bastard, you have some strength. Today, let me show you my true strength, Huang Qing. Huang Qing shouted loudly and walked towards the earthen slope. At the same time, he lifted his hand and his sleeve slid down, revealing a golden bracelet. Dongfang Shu's eyes were sharp and he exclaimed in surprise, "Sleeping slot, that is a first-level equipment mana bracelet." Judging from that radiance, it is estimated that it can only be equipped at level 10, which can increase the power of spells. Jiang Shan was also slightly surprised. Sure enough, the world of wealthy people is different from theirs. Among the three of them, only the shield of the fat man is the first-level equipment, including Jiang Shan, who has no equipment. They, who are on the whiteboard, have been surpassed by wealthy young masters in terms of attributes. No wonder Jiang Shan, a rare professional, doesn't have much social value in their eyes. After all, if they were wearing all the equipment, even Jiang Shan would not be a match for them at the same level. Ice guns in chaos. A loud shout came. Huang Qing's hand lit up with a faint blue light, and then he saw the light converge, forming 5 ice guns that were 1 meter long. Go! With one command, 5 ice guns broke through the air and left. The target of the attack is the goblin leader. The goblin leader let out a roar and lifted his giant axe to strike. Boom! Click! 5 ice guns were chopped to pieces with an axe. Collapse! Suddenly, the ice gun shattered with a loud bang, and the ice shards formed a small ice gun, attacking the goblin leader again. The goblin leader was pricked into a hedgehog before he could defend himself. Roar! Kill, 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 kill! The leader of goblin was stabbed, but did not cause fatal damage. Under a roar, he used a strengthening skill. I saw him covered in a layer of red light, his strength and defense greatly increased. Upon seeing this, Huang Qing also showed an unexpected expression. Surprisingly, this skill can increase attack and strength by 30%, but it can only last for 1 minute. After 1 minute, you will fall into a weak state. It's just the end of a strong crossbow. I've already reached level 10 and I'm well equipped. Why be afraid of it? Huang Qing chuckled, but instead of retreating, his hand lit up with blue light again. Let me show you my talent in Huang Qing. Ice Elf. The next moment, the blue light converged, forming a huge humanoid monster 3 meters high. The humanoid monster had just appeared and attacked the goblin leader. Dongfang Shu exclaimed in surprise, "This is the 3-star talent of the Cold Ice Mage. Ice Elves. The summoned Ice Elves have 150% of the attributes of the body, so the goblin leader is doomed." Upon hearing these words, Jiang Shan sighed in his heart. It seems that my plan to kill the boss is about to fail. This yellow-green is really strong. It's not something he can compare to. Suddenly, mutations arise suddenly. I saw an old goblin holding a staff behind the goblin leader. The old goblin holding a staff recited a spell lightly. "Goblins warriors, come back and help our king fight." Boom! The ground trembled, and green lights floated out of goblin, who had already died. As soon as these lights appeared, they converged towards the leader of Goblin. Huang was puzzled and said, "What is this?" He doesn't remember this situation in the Goblin secret realm. After all, this place has been pierced countless times, and I have never heard of such a thing before. At this moment, other teams were also attracted by the commotion of the battle. Everyone looked at this change with a puzzled expression. What's going on? I haven't heard of the secret realm of Goblin Camp before. How could this happen? Could it be that the Goblin secret realm has undergone a mutation? It's not a mutation, I feel like it's an upgrade. If the secret realm is upgraded, how can we fight it? We can't even fight it, okay. We didn't have any intention of playing boss originally, but Huang wanted to play boss. Alright, what does upgrading have to do with us? At this point, Jiang Shan looked around at the changes and also showed a look of surprise. He naturally heard the voices of discussion around him. Upgrade. The secret realm is not static. In some cases, it can also be upgraded. As far as he knows, there are enough outsiders dying in the secret realm to elevate it. So, some illegal organizations, in order to cultivate the secret realm, will drive away a large number of ferocious beasts, even foreign races, and then kill them all, using the souls of these ferocious beasts to cultivate the secret realm. Therefore, many powerful secret realms have been cultivated. However, the secret realm cultivated in this way contains countless hatred towards humanity, and often becomes very dangerous. Except for some illegal organizations, legitimate organizations would not cultivate a secret environment like this. Is it because for 1,000 years, the souls of deceased players have been enough, that's why they have been promoted? Chapter 9. It's time for me, Jiang Shan, to perform. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Jiang Shan thinks that's the only reason. After all, there are new secret realms born every moment in this world, and it is rare to find a secret realm like Goblin Camp, which has only been a level 1 for 1,000 years. However, is this too coincidental? Thinking that this was a second-level secret realm, he trembled slightly and became somewhat worried. The second-level secret realm is not something that people like them who are below the 10th level can conquer. Many people have already developed a sense of retreat. Lu Ro and a group of girls also rushed over, looking at the battlefield with a look of contemplation in her eyes. She, who comes from a good background, naturally sees the problem. Others asked, Lu Ro, do you think the secret realm is being upgraded? It's not certain yet. Lu Ro frowned and noticed the three of Jiang Shan. But it's because Jiang Shan and the three of them are so close to the battlefield, they also want to grab the boss. At this point, regenerative changes on the battlefield. The goblin leader, who had absorbed a large amount of goblin soul, instantly tripled in size and reached a height of 9 meters, like a small mountain, standing in place and overlooking Huang. Seeing this scene, Huang's palms immediately sweated. Not good, this goblin has become too strong. Huang's heart twitched slightly, feeling a sense of retreat. The goblin leader raised his giant axe and shouted, "Human, die." Boom! With a single axe chop, a red knife light twice as large as just now struck with a loud bang. Ice Elf, block it. The Ice Elf immediately flew over and cast an ice shield to block the blade light. Click. A crisp sound came. The ice shield shattered into ice crystals and drifted away, and the knife light struck straight down. Huang quickly retreated, but was still hit by the knife light, with multiple injuries and blood flowing down his body. See this scene. Dongfang Shu felt the danger and quickly pulled Jiang Shan and Wang De away. I waited for over 20 meters before stopping. Booze has indeed become stronger. Dongfang Shu said, Jiang Shan, do you still want to fight Booze? Wang De said, stop fighting. This boss is at least equivalent to level 11 after breaking the barrier. Level 11 and level 10 are 2 levels, at least twice as powerful as level 10. With their strength, breaking through defenses is enough. Don't say it's them, even Huang Qing can't beat him now. Huang Qing roared angrily, damn it, why did this mutation occur? He thought it was a safe bet, but he encountered this change and was so angry that he almost vomited blood. When I recover from my injury, I will definitely kill you. Huang Qing covered her chest, her breath withered, and she quickly left without even looking at her classmates. Looking at Huang Qing, who had already been seriously injured and left, Jiang Shan understood that he no longer had the strength to fight. Jiang Shan's eyes rolled and he said, "It's okay to give it a try." As the words fell, both Dongfang and Shu looked at him with an incredulous expression in their eyes. "Jiang Shan, you." Jiang Shan chuckled and said, "Just give it a try. Don't worry, since this monster's attack range is limited, just stand a little further and it will be fine." Upon hearing this, both of them can rest assured. They are really afraid that Jiang Shan will engage in close combat beyond his capacity. Go. Jiang Shan ordered 6 gray wolves. Ow. 6 gray wolves immediately ran towards the dirt slope. The gray wolf only has level 4 and no special skills, so it can only be considered a stronger beast. Naturally, it cannot defeat the goblin leader. However, the secret realm changed and he saw new goblins constantly appearing in the goblin camp. These goblins are generally at the level of goblin warriors. His goal is not to kill the goblin leader, but to kill these newly emerged goblins. Dongfang Shu also noticed the situation and pointed to the goblins, saying, "It seems that the secret realm has been upgraded, otherwise there wouldn't be so many new strong goblins." The leader of goblin repelled Huang Qing, but could only watch him retreat in anger. Suddenly seeing 6 gray wolves rushing towards me, I was furious. How dare the little gray wolf provoke it? Seeking death. With one axe, 2 gray wolves were cut off by the waist. The other 4 gray wolves escaped and killed goblin behind the leader of goblin. Ow! Roar! 4 gray wolves pounced together, and suddenly one goblin was bitten to death before he could regain his senses. Jiang Shan's ear suddenly heard a system prompt sound. Ding, you killed goblin guard, level 7, experience points plus 70. Just killed one goblin guard and rushed towards another goblin guard. After continuing to kill one, the other goblins all reacted. Numerous goblins of guards rose up and attacked, and the gray wolf quickly died. The gray wolf persisted for 2 minutes before being completely defeated, enough skill cooldown. Jiang Shan secretly said, "Summon the gray wolf." He unleashed his skills again. Go ahead. Roar. 6 gray wolves killed them again. This time only one goblin was killed, and all the gray wolves were killed. Then, another wave of gray wolves went to kill. Many students were dumbfounded when they saw this scene. What is he doing? Kill monsters. Have you ever seen someone kill monsters like this? Can his energy still be infinite? Maybe they have a lot of energy recovery potions. Damn it, kryptonite dog, go to hell. Lu Ro looked curiously at Jiang Shan with her big eyes. She, with a flexible mind, had already noticed Jiang Shan's abnormality. In just over 10 minutes, Jiang Shan has already used 6 skills and killed more than 10 goblin guards. Not counting the energy consumed by Jiang Shan before, now Jiang Shan can release 6 skills, so the energy in his body should also be depleted. Strong as Huang Qing, using a talent and skill once will also consume 1/3 of the body's energy. Although this is related to Huang Qing's relatively high skill level, Jiang Shan's energy is still surprisingly abundant. Ow! Another wave of gray wolves has emerged. Go ahead, kill. The gray wolf killed it. Jiang Shan had a smile on his face. He was standing 30 meters away from the earthen slope and was invincible. Before level 10, who can kill monsters 30 meters away? Almost. Jiang Shan murmured to himself, killed 15 goblin guards, and with the experience accumulated before, I can almost level up. However, first upgrade your skill level before proceeding. Jiang Shan thought to himself. Currently, improving skills is the optimal solution. Time slowly passes by. Half an hour passed in the blink of an eye. On the earthen slope, a mysterious aura is constantly condensing, and even more powerful goblins are still being born. However, not long after these goblins appeared, they were sent away by the Grey Wolf. The leader of Goblin roared incessantly, but unfortunately could not attack Jiang Mountain. Even if you throw the axe, you won't hit Jiang Shan. At this moment, Jiang Shan looked at his experience points and was overjoyed. System, all experience points are converted to maturity. Ding, 3,000 experience points have been successfully converted. Congratulations to the host for obtaining 300 proficiency points. Add all to the summoning Grey Wolf skill. Ding, your skill's summoning Grey Wolf level has been increased to LV3, 125 of 300, summoning Grey Wolf, 1 star, LV3. You can summon 3 Grey Wolves of the same level. Cooling time. 100s summon the Grey Wolf. The next moment. The space ripples, with 9 Grey Wolves slowly emerging from it. Grey Wolves only have level 4, but because they are social animals, their combat power often increases exponentially. Jiang Shan pointed to the earthen slope and said, "Go, kill." Ow! The wolf pack rushed away, knowing how to form in formation along the way to ensure the most effective killing of the enemy. See the situation. Everyone was stunned. Jiang Shan's skills have been upgraded. Can anyone tell me that summoning a Grey Wolf is so easy to level up? Let me tell you, Jiang Shan is an orphan and definitely doesn't have the treasure to improve his proficiency. He doesn't have the financial resources. However, there is another situation. His talent has transformed and he has risen to stardom. Sleeping trough, this guy has such a strong talent. Look, there's a fight going on. Everyone looked around and indeed found that the battle was taking place on the earthen slope. They soon discovered that the combat power of 9 wolves and 6 wolves had increased by more than double. Although the Grey Wolf is only level 4, with the cooperation of the wolf pack, it can unleash the power of level 5 or even level 6. Roar! Wolf, die! Goblin roared angrily. Step by step. Suddenly, hoarse sounds came from the goblin camp. Immediately after, everyone's pupils shrank, revealing a look of shock. Chapter 10. The news of upgrading the secret realm spreads. You are listening at novelfull.audio. In front of the door of the secret realm. The homeroom teacher, old Li Bai, was bored and leaned against a tree. These little brats are quite strong, he muttered, holding a piece of grass in his mouth. Not a single one is asking for help from me. The words have just fallen. Suddenly, there was movement coming from behind, and his mind moved. He immediately stood up straight and looked back. Suddenly, his heart trembled and he jumped over with a few swish 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 swish. Landing. Looking at the bruised Huang Qing in front of him, Oldly furrowed his brow. Huang Qing is the student he admires the most, not only because of his good family background, but also because Huang Qing is a rare profession with the potential to enter top 100 prestigious schools for further education. If one of his students could be admitted to one of the top 100 prestigious schools, then he would have face. But what is the situation now? At level 10, Huang Qing, dressed in excellent equipment, unexpectedly returned with serious injuries. How are the others doing? He suddenly became worried. Huang Qing, how are you? Lao Li asked with concern. Huang Qing was in a daze. He didn't expect the secret realm to be upgraded and didn't retreat in time. He was hit by the aftershocks of the goblin leader's axe, and now he is seriously injured. In a daze, I heard a familiar voice. Looking up, I found it was Old Li. Secret realm. Ascend. Before he could finish speaking, his eyes darkened and he passed out. What promotion? Old Li didn't hear the answer and felt extremely anxious, but he couldn't ignore Huang Qing in front of him. If he died, it would be ruined. He quickly picked up Huang Qing and took out a pill for him to take. The vitality pill is a second-order pill that is enough to get you out of danger. Old Li, I've invested a lot of money. When you recover, don't forget to return it. However, for safety reasons, I'll send you out first. He helped Huang Qing to the entrance of the secret realm. The secret realm can go out, but he can't come in again, so he can only push Huang Qing out. Behind the school. In front of the secret realm gate. Pop. A soft noise immediately caught the attention of the classmates. Everyone exclaimed in surprise when they saw a person covered in blood stains. Sleeping in a slot, the secret realm is so dangerous. Fortunately, we were clever and didn't enter. Oh, this seems to be Huang Qing. Sleeping trough, it's really him. How did he get hurt like this? Well. He's a rare level 10 professional, he's injured like this. What about the others? Hiss, it's so terrifying. At this point, Huang Qing woke up swaying and swaying. He felt like he was slowly recovering under the influence of a wave of vitality. Huang Qing, you're awake, are you okay? The crowd asked with concern. Huang Qing remembered his experience in the secret realm, and an angry expression immediately appeared on his face. Why is he so unlucky? Once the secret realm is upgraded to the second level, it is not something that a first-level professional can enter. And the entire city of Yu originally didn't have many secret realms, unless we went to the wilderness to kill monsters, but the wilderness was too dangerous, and we might as well die outside. So, unless absolutely necessary, he won't go to the wild to kill monsters. It's really not possible, we can only wait for this year's auction and have our parents buy him a broken stone. Otherwise, he doesn't know when he will be trapped at level 10. I'm fine. Huang Qing sat up, the secret realm has been upgraded. Go tell the principal quickly. What? The classmates were greatly surprised. They naturally know what upgrading the secret realm means. It means an increase in resources, but it also means a significant increase in danger. How are the other classmates doing? What about the teacher? There won't be any trouble, will there? Someone became anxious and quickly said, teachers and classmates, please don't have any trouble. Huang Qing felt noisy and scolded, why don't you go quickly? The teacher is a level 25 boxer, and even if the secret realm is upgraded, he won't be fine. Upon hearing this, everyone quickly dispersed and went to deliver the message. Principal's office. The principal of Yuqing High School is an elderly man in his 60s with a small beard. At the same time, he is also one of the strongest in the entire city of Yu. At this moment, he was standing in front of the window, looking at the playground and the youthful students, sighing. Looking at their appearance, I miss my original self so much. The words fell. The vice principal smiled and said, I don't miss it at all. Haha. The principal smiled awkwardly, knowing that the vice principal's past was a bit tragic. Bang bang. Suddenly, a knock on the door rang out. Principal, it's not good, Goblin's secret realm has been upgraded. Just as the knocking on the door sounded, the shouting of the students outside came in immediately. The principal frowned. Before the principal could say anything, the vice principal had already stood up and suddenly opened the door. He glanced at the students outside the door with eagle-like eyes, and suddenly the students seemed to be stared at by a fierce beast, suffocating and afraid to say a word. The vice principal's name is Zhang Tianwu. He is dressed in a black strong suit, tall but particularly thin. His eyes are like eagles, and he is staring at him with a feeling of being targeted by a hunter. You come on, the vice principal stared at a student standing in front and said sternly. Yes, yes. The person was stared at, feeling suffocated and unable to say a word. What a coward. That one with long hair, you say? He looked at another person. The person took a deep breath and repeated Huang Qing's words. Upon hearing this, Zhang Tianwu frowned and waved his hand to let everyone leave. He turned around and returned to the office. The principal was worried and said, I hope there's nothing wrong with the children. If something happens, it's also their fate, Zhang Tianwu said seriously. In this world, I don't know which day they will die. Death in a secret realm is also a good choice. After saying these words, he disregarded the principal's reproachful expression. Continuing, besides, Li Hong, the homeroom teacher of Class 3, is also here. He is a level 25 boxer, and even if the secret realm is upgraded, he can easily suppress boos. The principal is still a bit worried. Hey, we can't enter the secret realm now, we can only wait for them to come out, the principal looked worried. You can take the school doctor to the gate of the secret realm and wait for them. When they come out, we can also treat the injured in a timely manner. Yes. The vice principal arched his hand and left. Watching his departing figure, the principal murmured to himself. But he's a martial arts enthusiast, not suitable for being shameless. When I get promoted, if you sit in this principal's position, you will inevitably offend various forces. It's better to let another vice principal be more suitable for this principal's position. Secret Realm. Above the earthen slope. Suddenly, a group of even stronger goblins emerged from the goblin camp. Each goblin was 2 meters tall, dressed in armor, wielding an iron sword, and walking neatly, with the ground trembling slightly. Everyone was shocked when they saw this scene.